Low energy, unfocused, foggy? You might be dehydrated. Whether it's hot yoga, over 100-degree weather, or too much sun. Gatorlight, with a specialized blend of 5 electrolytes, was scientifically designed to help move fluids into the body faster for rapid rehydration. Shop now at retailers nationwide. Gatorlight hydrates faster than water. Is it in you? Symptoms noted are signs of mild to moderate dehydration. Consult a healthcare professional if symptoms persist.
This message is brought to you by Apple Card. Shave ice by the beach. A trip to the state fair. And a throwback flick at the local drive-in. They're more than just items to check off the summer bucket list. They're also opportunities to earn 2% daily cash back when you use your Apple Card with Apple Pay. Apply for Apple Card now and use in minutes with Apple Pay. Subject to credit approval. Apple Card is issued by Goldman Sachs Bank USA, Salt Lake City branch. Terms and more at applecard.com.
Here's your report.
Oh, thanks, Jane. I wish I could hire someone just like you.
Try LinkedIn Hiring Pro. It's more than a job board. It's like the recruiter you always wished you had. Hiring Pro uses real-time insights to match your role to LinkedIn's unique network of professionals and delivers a short list of best fit candidates. You'll spend less time sorting applicants and more time talking to the right people.
Let's do it. You're irreplaceable, Jane, but another you would be great.
Hire right the first time. Post your job for free on LinkedIn today at linkedin.com/quality.
From the Fifth Quarter Studios in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to Coach Unplugged. And now, your host, Steve Collins.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Coach Unplugged. We're so excited you decided to join us. Make sure you go over and leave those 5-star reviews. If you like this, go over and listen to our other podcasts like the 5-Minute Basketball Coaching Podcast or High School Hoops or Funnel Down Defense or Coaching Youth Hoops or whatever one of the 7 in our network that you would like to listen to. But before we jump in, I'd like to give a big shout out to our 2 sponsors. First of all, Dr. Dish, the #1 shooting machine on the market. They are always, what I love about Dr. Dish is they're always innovating. They're always making that a little bit better, and that's why I think they're the best machine out there. Like I've said before, we own 3 of them, and I would not be talking about them every day if I did not believe in them. Mention Coach Unplugged, they'll give you $450 off, and they'll give you A1 customer service. And then also what helps keep the lights on, what helps keep everything moving is teachhoops.com. It's for coaches who want to get better. It is a one-stop shop by a basketball coach for a basketball coach. I'm always working with my team 365 days a year, working on making us better. And I want to do the same thing for you. I'm giving you resources, one-on-one calls, office hours, a roadmap per se that will help you become a better coach. And we offer a 14-day free trial because I believe you should come in and kick the tires around and see if it's right for you. If it's not, that's fine. But I guarantee that you're going to love it. All right, let's head off to the podcast. What is this week on?
So I think we need to start thinking about what we are doing with our players over the summer. So what do we do for our teams and our programs for summer development?
Yeah, I mean,
every state is different. I mean,
that's the issue. It's crazy. I mean, some people get full contact. Some people get 3. Some people only get 3-on-3.
Some get none.
So this is this is why you should join teachhoops.com, because we can help you go through this. Side note, that was a self-promotion there. Anyway, it's okay. It is crazy. So I think you have to, first of all, if you can have your full team and you can have them in the summer, you have to be a little bit creative, because I think, this is my personal opinion, I think kids should be kids in the summer. I think they should do many things. I don't think they should just play basketball. I don't think you're the most important thing in the world. I think, spending time with their girlfriends and going on vacation and going to lifting weights for football and just hanging out and being a high school kid and maybe going to summer, I think all those things are really important. But if you do have and you are able to go 5-on-5 at all during the summer, that should be your laboratory. That should be where you have hopefully spent some time listening to us and you've started working on things that you need to do for next year, because we all kind of know who's coming back and we know what we're going to be good at, what we're not going to be good at. And this is where, oh gosh, I think I should run a 1-3-1 this year. That's the time to go try it out. Maybe we're going to push baseline and we're going to trap in the corner, or we've never done a matchup. Try it if you have full contact. Even if you have 3-on-3, you can do some of it just to see, are they quick enough for the rotations? Do they pick up stuff fast enough? Those kind of things. So I think from a team standpoint, it should definitely be a laboratory where you're basically kind of figuring out what works, what doesn't work. Ooh, I found this cool out of bounds play on YouTube. I want to try it. Oops, that didn't work. Rather than trying it, the first week of practice, try it in the summer and see if it works. So that's the first thing. Second thing, for summer development, I think it's really important to have individual lesson plans for the kids.
Skill development sessions is what I had down. Yep.
Yeah, it's got to be like, my son doesn't need to work on, he does need to work on his post moves, but that's not high on his priority list. It's shooting threes, it's attacking the rim, it's making free throws, it's handling the ball. Those are much higher. So I think you have to individualize and say, hey, here's what you need to work on. You better go boom, boom, boom. And here are some skills you can do, and here's how I can show you how to do them. Even if you can't work them out, even if you can't have contact with them, you can still talk to them about those things. You can find YouTube videos on those things. You can maybe videotape your own kid and send it to them. And there are ways around helping them develop as players. And I think that's what I'd say is that selfish time. That's your time. When we get together and become a cohesive group, that's our time. But the summer is your time. Like, are you going to become a shooter? Are you going to become stronger? Are you going to become quicker? All those kind of things. What do you have on your list?
I think a big one is actually not completely basketball and assesses that if kids can get into the weight room and do things with training and so forth for all sports, I think that's the most beneficial. Right. I think, I think you can get really good at the game and you can do all those things. But, man, if you can devote your time to getting in the weight room 3 to 4 times a week, being consistent about it. I've seen kids when I was coaching high school that, they were the 12th man off the bench, and then they just were hitting the weight room and they just were committed to getting bigger and stronger. And he was a starter and a team captain his senior year. I mean, you see those things about the emergence of the weight room, and that, a lot of things that I was talking to another coach about, it's like February, March, those kids that are really conditioned and physically fit, I mean, their legs aren't as tired at the end of the game. They can make shots. They're physically fit. I think a commitment to fitness in the offseason is huge as a program, and the value of that, because it helps everything. I think that's one selling point for all players. I think summer league is great, but it's you're never going to have your guys all the time. So I don't think you should try to reflect on that so much. A lot of times, I see a lot of coaches up by me. They coach their teams every Wednesday night, and,
right?
And it's like it's almost becomes overkill. And
I don't even. And when I was talking about before, I wasn't even talking about league play. I was talking about quote unquote a practice. Everybody, I hope you're enjoying the podcast as much as I am. If you'd like to help us out over at, please go and subscribe and leave a 5-star review. If you want to leave a 2-star review, you can turn your phone off. Also, if you would like to make a commitment to your coaching, if you would like to become a better coach and learn how to deal with that irate parent, learn how to deal with that kid that won't go get the 50 ball, learn how to deal with the teams that's throwing that combo defense at you, go over and check out teachhoops.com. It's a way for you to get back, keep the lights on here at Coach Unplugged, and also expand your horizons as a basketball coach. So go over and check it out. Let us know what you think. All right, let's get back to the podcast. Quote unquote a practice. If you can have full contact,
right?
Like we get some days in Wisconsin, where I don't really want to coach them in the summer because I'm old and I might keel over, to be honest with you. But I do want to maybe see if this out of bounds play works in our gym 5-on-5 with our guys, or I might want to see how does this defensive scheme work, or maybe we're gonna try how we handle the ball screen different. Let's try that. Let's do a couple of drills on that and see. And I can keep their attention for an hour or so in the gym to do that kind of stuff. And again, I try to use it that way. The coaching in the summer thing, it's never the same. It's never the same. It's always frustrating.
It is, and so that's one thing. As I don't think for coaches, if you don't reflect on what your season's going to look like by your performance in the summer either, because you're not going to have your complete team. It's just never the same. And so I wouldn't.
It's about reps and letting them play.
Yep.
And spending time and getting
learning how to
afterwards. And
yep,
stuff.
Exactly. And then don't focus so much on the team. Focus more on the skill development is huge. I think a lot of times we think about what can we do. Oh, we'll use these 3 months. We'll get all these extra practices and we'll play 30 games over the summer and we're going to be the best team in November right away. And that's not always the case because there's skills that need to be improved on. That joy factor of getting excited for the season. Well, if you've been hanging out together all summer, that joy of getting back to November is not going to be as exciting, if you've been beating a dead horse for 4 months in the summer. I think you got to choose your battles wisely. So like a lot of it too is like one thing I found successful is doing like a team tournament where you go away for a weekend and it's like the big thing that you do over the summer and all the guys are going to commit to it and you're going to spend a whole weekend together and you got your full crew there. That means then you have time to try different things. You're in a neutral location and you make it something really big. But if you have too much of summer league this 2 nights a week.
And the thing is, I'll tell you right now the way we do it. We do June. We don't do anything past June. We do 2 weeks in June where we'll play, or 3 weeks in June where we'll play, and then we might do 1 or 2 little like 1 day things in July, and then it's all skill work at that point because football's starting August 1. So I've narrowed. This is how I've changed over time. I've narrowed because July they're off in AAU. They're off doing other stuff. It's 4th of July. It's like da-da-da. So I've really narrowed my scope with what, hey, we got our camp. We got our basketball camp for our little kids. We're going to play. We got a couple tournaments, and then July comes around. We'll do skill work. We'll maybe go do a 1 day shootout and then we're done. Have a nice summer, guys. Go work,
that's good for coaches to hear because you've won a lot of games and I'm sure that a lot of people think that I bet you they're in the gym and they're playing 5-on-5 from sundown to sunset every day in Madison Memorial High School. And that's really good for people to hear though because I believe that often people think that, but there's more that goes beyond that. You're not going
to win or lose a state championship in June 27th.
You're not
going to happen. But you might lose a state championship if you alienate the kid or he doesn't want to work at it or, you don't
take the time to build a relationship with them. And, but you also don't want to burn yourself out as a coach, man. If you're trying to do all this over the summer and you're putting more stress on yourself.
I know. And part of when I started coaching volleyball is when I really kind of backed off even more. It's like, I just think it's a healthier atmosphere, and we do
be a better coach in November.
I think it does, and I think we do our workouts in the middle of the day because most of the guys aren't working. If they're working, we say like 2 to 4. So we give them the nights. They can go hang out. They can do what they want to do. So it's like, and some of them, it doesn't always work around their schedules, but then we adjust for some of them. But most of them aren't doing anything unless they got a job at 1:00 in the afternoon.
Right.
So that's why we try to do it. And it's hot. If you want to come in the gym in July and at 1:00, it's brutal. We don't have air conditioning in our gym.
Nope.
And it's like, part of that is like, who's dedicated? Who's going to be here? Who's going to work? Who's going to come and pay the price kind of thing. So, all right. Anything else with that, Coach?
No, I just think that, again, it really comes down to skill development. And we'll talk about that in a little bit in the later sessions about what skills to work on and what skills not to work on. So it'll be an exciting couple of weeks. So
that'll be a good lead up to next week. All right.
Sounds
see you
good.
next week. All right. Bye. Hey, everybody. If you like the podcast, make sure you subscribe, leave a review, jump up and down, run around your house, whatever you need to do. Also, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. Have a great day.